Alright, so today we are checking out the brand new BETAFPV Lite Radio 4, and as usual, I'm just going to be giving you a crash course so you can just quickly set this up for your first FPV flight. Let's get going. Before I begin, if you can, please help me like and subscribe as this is going to keep my content flowing. Thank you. Alright, so before I begin, here are going to be some important specifications that I think you need to know about the Lite Radio 4. So the Lite Radio 4 is basically a Express ELRS radio that is going to be in the 2.4 gigahertz arena. As long as your drone has an Express ELRS receiver that is in the 2.4 gigahertz like mark, you will be able to use this radio to work with it, which means basically all of the drones in the current market should be working. Another important thing to know is that the Lite Radio 4 will support 100 milliwatts output, so basically that's going to be the max. Yep, that should be sufficient for most of the flying that you need, but that is going to be the max. The Lite Radio is running BETAFPV software, so basically you will not get HTX or whatsoever, but everything is going to be on a button or something, so you do not really need a screen. You can just easily bind your drone with this. In addition, the Lite Radio also has a battery built in, so you will be able to just charge it with a USB-C cable down here, so no additional batteries required. Next, let's actually jump into the most important topic. How do you bind the radio to your first drone? Alright, so to bind the Lite Radio 4, first thing you have to power it on, obviously, by double pressing. So just do know that this Lite Radio is already on Express ELRS firmware version 3 point something, which means it's already the newest firmware, and it should work with most of the Express ELRS drone that is released currently. So you do not have to update firmware whatsoever. As for the drone side, very simple. All you have to do if you have a serial-based ELRS receiver, just plug and unplug 3 times real quick. 2, 3, 4. Okay, I did an extra step because I think I missed the first one. But basically, this is going to force the receiver into binding mode. And next, what you have to do is to press the bind button right here. Alright, I think we actually... Once you hear that beep sound of 1 short and 1 long, that means that the binding is successful. So right now it's actually connected. Now this has been bounded, and if you wanted to quickly test it, normally this one is going to be your arm switch. So you can just press it. You can see that, yeah, our motor, it actually starts spinning, so it's a bind successful. Next, in order to make sure that we have set up all the switches correctly, we are going to be moving to our PC so we can connect the drone to BetaFlight and set up the switches, like make sure that everything is correct. So next up, you're going to use your PC or your cell phone. It should be the same thing, or you can just use the CBDB app. It's going to be the same. Just connect your drone to the device so yeah, you can connect to the software. Next step, I want you to connect to BetaFlight. You can go directly right into the receiver tab. Actually, no, we're going to actually go into the modes tab. So at the modes tab, you will be able to customize your switches right here. So you can see that the SA switch right now, it's going to be controlling our arm, and this is already the one we want. So perfect. If you wanted to customize to this one instead of arm, I wouldn't recommend to do so, but if you wanted to do that, you can just press it to auto. You can see that it's automatically going to be changing to aux5, but you can see this is going to be a switch that you have to always press. So yep, the switch is not going to work. So let's actually switch back to auto, and we're going to customize to this one. Okay, so you can see that this one is going to be our arm. As for the angle, this is going to be our aux2 by default. You can see, yep. You can just always customize whatever you like. So angle mode at the bottom, horizontal at the middle, and if you switch it on the top when it goes to nothing, this is basically your acro mode. As for the beeper, you can see that currently it's set up to aux3, so you have to switch it all the way up to here. If that's okay, then you can just leave it as is. But since like I kind of want my beeper to be this one, so what I will do is I will just set up the out to this one. So when I just engage it, it's going to make the beep sound. Okay, flip over crash. Okay, so this is better. So you can see that right now our flip over crash is going to be this button. I like that. And as for the user 4, this one is going to be our LED strip for this particular drone. You don't have to set this up, but you can see that right now we have confirmed our switches are set up correctly. And yep, once you're done, just make sure you hit save right here, and you're basically completed the setting. Alright, so congrats on binding your first ELRS drone with the Lite Radio 4, and if you're so interested, let me show you how to connect the Lite Radio 4 to the FPV simulator. So to connect to a simulator, all you have to do is just plug in a USB-C cable. The other side goes to your PC or your tablet or whatsoever. Just that simple. You do not have to power this on, and it's going to automatically recognize the device. All right, so once you have launched your simulator, all you have to do is go into options. And yeah, this controller should be automatically set up already, but we're just making sure that it is correct. So this is your throttle, your yaw, your pitch, and roll. Once you can confirm that this is correct, you do not have to set it up or calibrate again. But if you want, just hit the calibrate and follow the steps to finish it up. All right, so that actually wraps us up this crash course of the Lite Radio 4. So yep, if you think that missed anything or something that you wanted to know, please just drop in the comment section so I can, just make a reference. If there's enough people asking, I'll just do another video to kind of make it up. All right, if you have additional questions or comments, drop a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.